Hello, quick little movie review for you guys. Hey, what's up, my peeps? It's Alec here for another DVD review. So we got Stuart Little, Stuart Little 2, Stuart Little 3. I'm just gonna kind of tell you my thoughts and opinions on these and why they're so important to me, and how I feel about them and why I love them so much. I kind of grew up with this whole series, and so yeah, let's kind of get started. Okay, Stuart Little. Stuart Little, the first one, was a very, very fun film. I loved that it was from the co-director of The Lion King, and I always liked how the parents just took in this kid. They didn't even call him a mouse. They treated him like an actual person, but still had the real well-rounded stuff for well-rounded stuff for him being a mouse, and was like, you're still like an animal, but you're not. You're like an actual human being, and you're our kid, and we love you because, you're our kid. And I just really thought that was a cool message to bring around and everything. And I love Stuart Little. I love Snowball. I love the brother. I liked Rob Minkoff, that he directed this. She's the co-director of The Lion King. I liked E.B. White, because there had already been Charlotte's Web, the second animated film, the live action, and all the Trumpet of the Swamp movies. But basically, Stuart Little is the story of a mouse adopted by the Littles, a human family, as Stuart embarks on adventures with a variety of characters, including his nemesis, Snowball the cat. He learns the true meaning of family loyalty and friendship. And you get a sneak peek on the set featurette of Stuart Little 2, and a Stuart Little 2 sneak peek. So let's see. I think it says down here, Stuart Little 2 sneak peek. Yeah, exclusive sneak peek at Stuart Little 2. And you get the Stuart Little 2 teaser trailer. And Stuart Little game. And you get like deleted scenes. And a boat race, which was an early concept real race with Stuart. Director and animation, screenwriter commentaries. You get a lot. But I watched this when I was about 8. I fell in love with Stuart Little. Love Stuart Little. And then they came back with the banger sequel, Stuart Little 2. And in this one, you got a couple new characters. You got this hawk, and you got this little birdie, and that little birdie is Stuart's lover. So, yeah, Stuart Little is back in an all-new heartwarming adventure. Heartwarming comic tale full of action-packed adventure. Featuring all your favorite characters from the first film, along with some new ones. And Stuart Little 2 goes where no mouse has gone before. 2 thumbs up. And I agree with that. And it was pretty cool to see Stuart skateboarding. Because that was a cool little throwback to him driving the car and getting stuck in the washing machine from the first Stuart Little. A nice little upgrade, if I do say so myself. Now, like I said, those are the new characters, and, you know, Snowball and Stuart kind of slowly become friends at the end of the first film, and then they're better friends in this one, and then Snowball kind of makes friends with the birdie and the hawk, and then the hawk makes friends with Stuart Little and the birdie, and they all kind of become friends. They're all kind of friends, you know. It's just kind of that kind of little movie, and better and more fun than the first one. So, highly recommend. Oh yeah, and I forgot he also drives a plane in this one. So, that's Stuart Little 2. This one, he can canoe a boat, and he knows how to do Boy Scouting skills. So, yep, pack your bags and load up the camping gear. It's time to answer Stuart Little 3, called The Wild, and this exciting animated adventure. The Littles head into the wilderness, where they take a camping trip from the city. That's just that they see one thing they didn't plan for. The big beast that supposedly lives in the woods, while Stuart learns basic survival skills from a wacky skunk named Avika. Scaredy Cat Snowball uses Street Smart Alley Cat Monty for protection. And that is the whole premise of the movie. Yeah, there's a new cat in this one, and a skunk, and, you know, it's a good sequel. I think this even gets better than number 2 and number 1, because number 1 was really great, and number 2 got better than number 1, and number 2 was awesome, and number 1 was awesome when it came out. And then you have number 3, which is probably the most best out of them all, and number 3 gets better than number 2, and number 3 is just the best banger. So yeah, Stuart Little, Stuart Little 2, Stuart Little 3, Call of the Wild. Yep, they're great movies. And I am glad that I grew up with this franchise. Peace out.